show is basically, it's a special show. Our today's topic is about the power of Ardas. But firstly, I would like to introduce our guests. To the left of me we have VJ from London. To the right is Manveer Singh and also Bajajit Singh, who's come from Bradford. Today's show is mainly on Ardas, like I've said. I think we should just quick start because I don't think we're out of time anyway as it is, so I'd say we should just carry on with it. Today's topic is about Ardas, and the first question we have from other people that have also asked us is, what is Ardas? I mean, what is the purpose of Ardas? What is Ardas? So I would like to put this on to Manveer Singh. Manveer Singh, can you tell us what is Ardas? What is the purpose of doing Ardas?
Well, if you look at the word Ardas, Ardas comes the word from Arz karna, and that's such a Persian word. And Arz means doing a petition when you're pleading to somebody. So it can be, it's in a way, it's a relationship to Vaheguru, that as a soul to the ultimate soul, that we're always doing a petition, we're pleading to Vaheguru, whether it's for support, for guidance, for thanks. So that's what Ardas is, and Ardas is very critical. It's an important part of a Jivan of a Gursikh, where at least twice a day you do Ardas, but throughout your whole daily routine you're actually doing Ardas, because there are different types of Ardas which I think we'll be covering. There's a Panthik Ardas and there's also a personal Ardas. So Ardas in short is a prayer, I would say, is in terms of petition or talking to God as well, I would say, is Ardas as well.
Interesting. Bajajit Singh, I mean, when do you think we should do Ardas? I mean, how can we tell when is the right time? Can you describe any situations, probably personal, or how do you think about Ardas?
I think it's very important to understand there's probably two different types of Ardas. You have one which is what I would class as a formal Ardas. That's the one when you go to Sri Darbar, when you go to your Darbar Sahib, and the Granthi Singh will do that. It's written in Pacific format according to the Panthik Maryada. And then you have the other one which is a personal Ardas, and both you can do at any time. And what all Guru Sikhs will say, before doing anything you should always do Ardas. But the key thing is Ardas, we should not be afraid of it. We should not think of it as something that is devoid of us, regardless of whether religious or not. Really, I would class an Ardas as a conversation with God. And reality is anyone can have a conversation with God, regardless of their level of spirituality or the level of Rehat, or doesn't matter. Personally, myself, I started doing Ardas and just talking to God when I was a Munna. I had no interest in Sikhi, but I found it easy to talk. And I think as you come into Sikhi more, you realise that the more you talk to God, the more you hear back from God, and the more you develop a relationship with God. So how do you hear back from God? It's quite simple. You might just sit there and you might just think, Vaheguru, 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 and you might just have a thought in your mind that wouldn't be amazing. For example, I remember when I was a Munna and I first saw someone do Gatka, and I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if I could do that? Or when I first heard someone, I saw someone in a Gursikhi Ban, I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if one day I'd look like that? And you just do it in your mind, you think, Maharaj, mere te bhi idni thoji bakshish kar de. And over time, you realise that through Hukamname, and that's why it's very important. I mean, the presenters will all say to everyone, it's very important that everyone, regardless of whether you're in Sikhi or not, to start reading Hukamname. They're so easy to read them from Sri Darbar Sahib. You can get them on your phone, on your internet, etc.
Can we just clarify what Hukamname are? Because there might be some people watching who might not know what Hukamname are, just for those people.
Hukamnama is order of the day. And the order is basically the Sahib Sri Guru Granth Sahib in the morning is opened at a random ang. For those people who don't know what ang is, people class it as a page, but really, because we think the Guru Sahib as greater and more superior, we class it as an ang, a part of Guru Sahib's body. And Maharaj is opened and a random shabd is taken. Now the amazing thing, such as Apar Kirpa of Guruji, is throughout the world you will get that Hukamnama. Let's just say you take it at one Gurdwara Sri Darbar Sahib at Amritsar, and that one shabd will have a profound effect on people's lives throughout the world, regardless of what their daily situation is or whatever. And I've seen that myself. I remember once when I was going to university and I was quite frustrated by the behaviour of certain people, etc., that were doing wrong things there. And I was thinking on that day, I'm going to confront them today, because it's bang out of order what they're doing. And then that morning, that Hukamnama was saying to me, Ke sehaj na bolo, pyar na bolo. And so Guru, as I said, you develop a relationship with Guru through your Ardas, and Maharaj will tell you things and guide you himself. And the more you do Ardas, the more Maharaj will talk back to you via Hukamname. You might go to the Gurdwara Sahib, you might listen to Kirtan, Maharaj will start talking to you via Kirtan. So it's really about starting a conversation with God, and Ardas is a good way to start it. But the key thing I would come across is never be afraid of Ardas. Anyone can talk to God, and start talking to God. Gurbani time and time refers to that God is your best friend, that when all other people, regardless how much pyar and what your relationship to him, at some point in your life, every single human being is natural, their natural instinct, they will at some point let you down. But Akal Purkh, God, is the one thing that will never let you down, and is always there. The thing is, we don't, because we can't see him in a physical roop, we don't talk to him. And the reality is, he always talks to us, and he always listens to us, and he always watches us. So if we realise that, and that Maharaj is always there, then we should start talking to him, and we should start conversing with him. And you do that via Ardas.
Definitely. I mean, there are. I mean, from my personal perspective, I've seen. Like, even when you go into exams, it's a bit silly. But I was like, Marge, please help me in my exam. I mean, last week I took 2 exams. I failed one, unfortunately, and went before. I thought, I've got to do Ardas, and it's just this. To me, it was a bit stupid. Why? It's because last minute I wanted God to help me. You know what I mean? It's. I think that anyone could do Ardas personally. I mean, I don't think it's just too. It doesn't matter what level of Sikhi you're on. I don't think it doesn't matter if you're Amritari or not. God is everywhere, and I think when we realise that God is everywhere, I think that's when, you know, we have that faith, we can believe in Guruji a bit more. But going on to our next sort of question by Vijay Singh, what types of Ardas are there? Like, there's many Ardas, people do Ardas for different things.
Well, I think Baji clarified before that you've got the Panthik Ardas, which is compiled by the Panth, early 1900s, but you've also got obviously your personal Ardas. Ardas is also often quite shortened when you, for example, when you're doing Sohila Sahib in the evening.